shit, I forgot to turn that off. I forgot to turn that off. All right. Well, we are here. Hey yo, we are here. All right, cool. I gotta turn myself down. Holy shit, I'm peeking like a motherfucker. All right, so we are here. We are doing mixing it up. It is Tuesday. Uncle Chris, we don't know where you're at, bro. If you decide to show
Hurry
up, man.
up!
Show up, man, because we gotta do this. But yeah, this is gonna be the dango clackiest of the dango clacks of the dango clackiest shows ever. So we'll see how this goes. Uh, all right, so let's just get this started. Mitch, what have you been mixing up, man?
Um, well, this past week, I haven't really had any time to mix. But I've been before the show, I've been mixing for the last 8 hours straight. And that's super fun. Sitting in the same spot, just staring at a tiny little screen, and staring at drops of liquid. But I did get about a gallon of e-liquid mixed up today, so that was cool. Got
Did you make a
with one
literal
fail.
gallon, or it was like spaced out and it made a
Just
gallon?
well, it's a gallon, but it's in 60s and 120s and
Oh, okay, okay.
240s and a couple little bottles.
Dude,
It's
I
all
could only
spread out,
imagine
but
you with like one of those Walmart gallon jugs just sitting there with VG.
uh, but just a bunch of stuff. Just it's been pretty nice cutting my menu down, kind of simplifying things a little bit. To
Hmm.
be honest, I'm actually contemplating cutting it down even a little bit more. Um, and this week, I do have a plan to. I want to mix up a bunch of. I need to make a bunch of batches of concentrates. Need to make a bunch more of that because
Okay.
I've been out and I've kind of gone back to doing everything like bottle to bottle, which has sucked, but I'll get back in the
Don't do
groove. It's
that.
just life has been chaotic and stressful and been dealing with a bunch of family drama. I'm just I'm just really excited. I'm really happy. I talked to my grandmother last night, and she sounded a lot better. Um, so if anybody's been wondering where I've been at, I haven't been on social media a lot. My grandmother fell last week, well, a little bit less than a week ago, and she's 91 and lives on her own. And she fell and broke like her femur directly, like where it connects in the hip. So she had to have hip surgery and rods and stuff put in her leg. And then, like all of us, when we fall, our instinct is to stick a hand out to try and catch ourselves. And so she broke her wrist, and so she's had to have surgery on both of those. She got to go for a fun ride in a helicopter to a hospital and all that jazz. But it's been chaotic and scary. Just glad that I was able to kind of get caught back up on mixing. So if anybody out there in the interwebs is waiting on an order, they will be going out tomorrow. That's what I'm going to be doing tonight, is packaging of everything up and getting everything ready to take to the post office. So besides that, then I did get a chance to mix up a bunch of the white Reese's custard, because that's kind of what I've been throwing into different. Because I like to, if I can, throw something extra into most orders so people can try different stuff. And so I did get a bunch of that mixed up. I'll be super excited because I'm guessing by next week's show, Overdrip will have got his magical deliciousness.
I hope
Um,
so.
at least
But
fingers
I haven't
crossed.
I haven't checked the tracking. I've been so busy I haven't followed up with the tracking.
I haven't checked the
um,
tracking either, to be honest.
Will
but
this be the biggest care package you get in quite a while?
It's about look, don't let the size fool you because I took your advice and I cut a box apart and made my own box so that I could stack them in there real tight. So, but it's a lot
I,
of stuff.
I'm not worried about it being the best. It's already gonna be the best because my friends' creations are in there. What better than that is there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
right, I know I was excited. I got like the only thing besides some flavorings and stuff that I ordered and more VG. I got a vape mail package that wasn't mixing related. It was deliciousness from Mr. Sifu himself. So I was excited about that. But yeah, that's kind of it for me where I've been at. What about you, Sifu?
It's been solid labor. I caught up on orders and got all that stuff done. I cheated on my mix a little bit because I had a feeling that I'd be leaving town. I think I told you guys that a very possibility that I'd be going to Midland. I'm actually in Dilley. This is a lovely hotel room. Oh, you like the black and white decor? I do. But
He's got a gimp
yes.
in the closet. We discussed
Yes.
this earlier.
Yeah, you said that looks like the bed where the meme with the big if you look at it, it would be about. Anyway, and I said, "How do you know he's not in the closet? Because he is. I'll go get him. I'm not joking." So, the good news is that I did make a bunch of the new custards, and people are just starting to get them, and I'm getting overwhelming positive response from all of them. So Sean, Typhon the Angry Hippie, he had given him some samples, not samples, he actually bought them on, sight unseen. And his feedback was real positive. I actually sent him 2 versions of the plain, and I was like, hey, I'm kind of waffling on which one to pick. And then while I was waiting for him to get back to me, I just said, I'm going with this one. I said, I'm going with this one, and that's just going to be it. And then come to find out, he had the same feelings about it as I did. One of them was more on like a cookie type of pudding thing, and then the other one was more of a custard that we're all used to, So I think I picked the right one, and they're hitting the streets. But Mitch, going back to your batching thing, something that I discovered works real well is that since I have the same custard base across the entire line, I'm able to mix a big batch of just the custard base, and then I know that it's at 8.5%. So I just rewrote all of my recipes, and I added Sifu's custard base as a flavoring in ELR. And then in the fig, I have batch concentrate. The banana, I have a batch concentrate. So my mixes are only two lines, and I'm able to crush them out.
At a point, I want you to make that public just to see if you get Zent over it. Sifu's custard base. That's not real. Look.
That's not real. Who makes that? 1 star. If I could give you no stars, I would. But anyway, that's been good. I know the boys on the show teased me about this tank, but I've been loving this setup. My flashy vapes, my tobacco in this with this set Rebel side by side. I don't care, man.
So, I have a question.
I don't care, Chris. I don't care.
How many atomizers do you actually have stacked on top of each other right there? Because it looks like you got 3 at least.
Well, if you really look at it,
my question is is that window all the juice you get in that big ass tank?
No, all of the juice is in the top right here. All of this is the base and the stuff. But look, if you look at it like this, it just looks like a little K-phone on the top of a regular mod.
It does.
That is what it looks like.
Yeah.
Like
but
that,
it's awesome, and you can't. Yeah, exactly. And I don't care. I don't care if you think it's too big.
I told you I'd give it a try.
You're defending it pretty hard. Just say.
Listen. Listen. I like it.
Listen, Linda.
Linda, listen. Dude, that video is hilarious.
So look, more or less, that's what I've been doing. I'm in a hotel room right now. It's been a day. Tomorrow morning, I'm driving to Midland. So if you guys are expecting me to mix this week for you, it's not going to happen. So my birthday's coming up. My son is graduating in a few weeks. It's going to be nuts. My house is finally coming together. The paint is finished. There's some small electrical stuff, details to deal with. And then I got to pressure wash everything, clean everything, some painting. So I'm going to be in the office real soon too. So it's going to be, it's rolling along. And since you announced yourself, Chris, why don't you tell us what you've been mixing? And God bless you, by the way.
Thank you. Okay, so recently I've been mixing some stuff up. Yeah, it's been good. I remember I was supposed to only mix fruit stuff, which
You didn't.
I've kind of kept that going a little bit, but I've also been doing some dessert stuff. Surprise, surprise. Uh, so I started on. I think that I talked about it last week. Actually, it was. I gotta open up the recipe. Sorry to forget. It was. Oh yeah, it was like the mango, orange, and raspberry is what I started working on last week. And so I mixed up another bottle because I finished that one. And I was supposed to do like a bunch of different fruits in partnership with the orange and the mango. And instead, because I don't have any bottles, I ordered some yesterday, but I won't get them till tomorrow. Uh, I just decided that I was gonna up the raspberry a little bit to see if I could get it to come through. So I did that. I haven't tried it yet. I'm excited because I did really dig the first one. It was pretty good, but it just kept on leaving me wanting something different than just the orange and the mango. I guess I could have tried to like develop those just as themselves, but I just felt like it really needed something different, like as well, in addition to. So I'm going through with the raspberry a little bit. I'm also probably going to try a few other fruits that were suggested to me. I just haven't got the bottles yet, so that'll probably be a this weekend thing. Um, and that's what I've been doing for the fruit stuff. Now on to dessert stuff. So I put together a recipe. It was probably like 3 weeks ago, and I was really looking forward to trying it. And I wanted to try to make like a white cake with lemon buttercream frosting. That was like my goal. So I put together a recipe a few weeks ago, and I finally got the concentrates. I think after last week's episode, but it was probably sometime last week because I think I did it on Saturday. And it knuckled super good, and I tried it again yesterday, knuckling it. So I'll probably end up spending like Saturday with it because I can just really dive into it, if you will. I'm looking forward to that. So that's one thing that I got going on that's is pretty recent. And then there's one last thing that I basically took the idea. So I think that it was last week I did the Cosby's cream.
Mm-hmm.
I think I did last week.
Yeah, that was last week.
Yeah, so I liked where it was going, but I kind of wanted to like play with it a little bit more. So I decided that I was gonna make Cosby's cream pie. So I tried to get like a graham cracker crust and like that kind of a pie. So it's gonna be like a chocolate, basically a chocolate pudding pie, I guess is what my goal was. And so I added a few different things. Like I added some cheesecake, graham crust, and I added some what else did I add? Graham cracker SC from Real Flavors, and I just kind of tweaked everything else a little bit just to see where it would go. I haven't tried that yet because I just did that I think on Saturday, so I knew that I wanted to let it just chill a little bit because the other one I pretty much just powered through. It was gone before Saturday, and I mixed it on Tuesday night, so I didn't even really know where it was going to end up entirely. So that's another thing that I've worked on, and I'm excited for it because it was the kind of chocolate that I'm not gonna say that I was like searching for because like honestly, like I'd never, even when I would buy liquid all the time, I was never really searching out chocolates because I'd been let down so many times that I never thought that I'd find a good one. But it's just really nice to have the concentrates that you think taste good that are close to hitting the notes that you want. So that's what I was excited about the Cosby's cream pie. I mean, I might end up publishing it. Depends on how good it is. If it's like crazy good, then I might not. If it's just like good, then I probably will. Yeah, that's basically everything for me. Those are like the things I've been doing.
Anthony Romella's dropping some good funnies, man.
The aftertaste.
Yeah. I was like, oh god. No, it's a little bit more like ether, but you know, whatever. All right.
Oh, it's a knockout, as
It's a knockout.
Mowgli Vape says.
Does this napkin smell like chloroform to you?
My favorite.
Oh man. All right. As for me, I really haven't necessarily mixed anything, but I am in the works. After doing last week's mix, doing that weird lychee whatever thing it was supposed to be, I ended up just tearing through that bottle. Just being honest, it came out really good. So I demolished it, and I was like, you know what? I'm curious, since like we're getting into weirder flavors and custards, with like that fake custard that Sifu has going. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try a lychee custard because I like lychee. It's a really weird taste, I know, and not many people are really big into it. But I want to make myself a lychee custard, so I'm working on that. And then that orange guava passion fruit thing, I'm gonna try my own hand at it, and we'll see how that goes. I got the recipes ready to go. I just need to make time for it, but work and all that has me so worn out that the naps have been happening. All right, so that is me and all that. So let's take a quick ad break here, and we'll be right back. Still love that ad. All right, cool. So yeah, we're gonna be doing what I like to call Civil War. We basically, I want to say we randomized it, but Chris just came up with like the most awesome way to fucking do this, and I just loved it so
worked
much.
out well. I don't know
It
how.
really worked out
It
well.
did.
So
Worked out great.
okay, I'm trying
And
to remember.
everyone was surprisingly nice.
Yeah, we actually were.
I don't know if I
Whatever.
don't know if like
Okay.
Mitch was super nice, but like I mean, I made a recipe that could be not trash.
Hey,
Same
you
here.
said you wanted to work on fruits. I gave you two that sounded interesting to me.
Yeah, just to let you know, totally didn't even. I did dessert. Bakery. I did a bakery. Surprise.
Yeah. Trying to remember. Okay, so let's see. I had to do Sifu, and that was more of a southern battle right there because he's in Louisiana and I'm out of Texas. Then let's see.
You
Mitch.
gave me light rum and sweet guava.
Yes. And then Overdrip had me because he is the most up north and I'm the furthest. I'm like one of the ones on the south, even though Sifu's actually further south. Then I think what? Then Mitch had to do Overdrips
Uh-huh.
because Mitch
And
was the furthest west and Chris is the furthest east.
Right. And then I had to do Mitch because I'm the oldest and he's the youngest.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
dude.
that's the
now that you
full-
say it out loud, like it makes no sense when it worked out.
No, yeah. But dude, it made sense to me. It was like I thought that was genius how you went about that because we were like seriously staring at each other after last week's show of how the fuck are we gonna do this? And he just goes, "Hold on, give me a minute, just work with me here." And then he just gave the explanation. We're like, "Okay, I'm down. I can do that."
Yeah, that works. That works.
That works. That works. All right. So I know Sifu. You said you're not totally set up, but you do have your recipe ready to talk about and stuff. So here, I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna be able to do this with 2 recipes because I only have mine and Sifu's up, but just trying to play with some things here. So here we go. All right, Sifu, take it away, buddy.
Did you do the thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I can't see it. So okay.
Yeah, it'll pop up here in a minute. The delay's kind of harsh.
All right, great. So I was given light rum, VTA, and sweet guava from Capella. So I went hard on the rum, and I decided I wanted to go hard pineapple rum, guava pineapple rum. So I called it "You Guava Drink That," and I made a hard alcohol drink for this one. So I went with the funky pineapple, the Molenberry at 1.5, the VTA light rum at 3%, the lime Tahiti distilled flavor art at 0.5%, the VSO pineapple at 4%, and the rum by VSO at 1.5, 0.5% of super sweet, and 3% of sweet guava. So I didn't get to vape it, but I did mix it while I was making all of the stuff for Overdrip and Mitch and filling orders and stuff. So I was like, oh, well, I got my stuff out. I put it together, and I just didn't have time to rewick something and go through the proper stuff. But I did knuckle taste it. So here are my impressions on. Oh wait, we talk about it later, right? You want me to? You guys all go through your
Yeah,
stuff.
we could talk about it later.
Yeah. Yes. All right. So, what I was really hoping for was that I was really wanted it to be super rum forward. Was what I really wanted because I love the light rum by PT. I use it a lot. I use it as I use it in candies and snow cones and some fruits and things like that. And sweet guava is something that I'm very familiar with. So Clown actually gave me two of my flavors that I'm most familiar. I use these a lot. But it was actually really cool to actually use them way up front at the top end of the recipe as opposed to backers. So I know that the VSO stuff is light. I have some thoughts on the rum a little bit later, but I'm actually pretty happy with the way that this came out off the knuckle. And yeah, right, Anthony, you gave Sifu a rum. Oh, so childish.
Hey, okay, so we talked about this, and like Sifu commented that the one he gave Mitch was out of like just more curiosity for something he's been wanting to do.
Yeah,
And to be honest, that's why I did mine, because I was like, I wonder how Sifu would do this, and
yeah,
I think I have the majority of that, and I'm gonna try to make that. So
yeah. No, it was actually an opportunity to go heavy on those concentrates because I try to use them as backers, So I haven't really made anything that's super guava forward or super rum forward. I always try to work in balance. So it's fun for me to try to boost those and then back them with something else. So this is really cool. So I'm excited about this one. And Mitch is still working hard, so I'm going to go to Chris next.
All right. Well, I was, graciously gifted two phenomenal flavors that are just leading to bangers. That's the way that this is going to work tonight, everyone. Just let you know. So, Mitch gave me lime Tahiti cold press, and he also gave me plum from Enawera. And so I decided that I was going to make. I don't really know what they're called. I want to call them like turnovers, but I think that they're kind of a cookie. But do you know like Vortmans? You know what I'm talking about?
no, I don't
No?
know.
Okay,
No.
so they're like that's basically what I'm trying to do. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make a plum lime like jam cookie. Okay. So up here there's this thing called Vortmans. Pam probably knows what I'm talking about. Anyways, they're basically like a softer-ish oatmeal cookie, but it's not just an oatmeal cookie. It's like kind of like an oatmeal. I'm just gonna call it a fucking oatmeal cookie, but it's not really because most oatmeal cookies have like that snap, and like unless you have like a fresh baked one, you know what I mean. So, anyways,
Is it the
they're like
wafers?
a soft baked oatmeal cookie,
Okay, okay.
but there's a little bit more to it than just the oatmeal cookie. So it's not like your run of the mill oatmeal cookie. Anyways, so they have those, and in the middle there'll be like a little circle of jam, and there'll be a little bit of jam like around it, as well on the inside, but not like it's not like a jam filled. It's more like a jam dollop. Anyway, so I decided that that's what I was going to try to make, but instead of using the traditional flavors that they have, I was going to make one that was plum lime. Um,
Okay.
so the way that I went about that is I'll start out with obviously I used the lime Tahiti cold press from Flavor Art, the plum from Inawera, and then I'm using Jammy Wizard from Flavor Art to like hopefully jam it up. I hope it doesn't make it like candy, but I'm cool with it. Makes it sweeter and like kind of gives a little bit of that jammy note. And then the cookie part, I went with Sugar Cookie V2 from Capella at 2.25%, Oatmeal Cookie from TPA at 2%, Cookie Biscotto from Flavor Art at 0.25%. And I'm basically using that because to me, it's like a really AP forward cookie. But I didn't want to use just straight AP. So I'm kind of using that cookie as, like, as Sipa would say, to give the cookie some meat,
The cookie meat.
right?
Yeah,
Instead of
cookie
using
meat.
AP, I'm using that, and I'm using it for the AP that's in it. And then I put in 0.5% of super sweet because cookies are sweet. So I needed something to sweeten it all up. And yeah, it's a pretty low percent. It's 6.8%. I don't have a name for it yet. That's why I haven't published it because right now I just have Plum mixing it up episode 44, which we're on 43. And so I guess I have to change that as well. But yeah,
You
if there's
answered
any
my question.
suggestions,
I was just about to ask what episode we were on.
yeah, I
Okay,
thought we
do
were
I
on
have the
44,
right
but
episode? Because I've been. It's 43? Okay.
43.
it is 43.
All right.
Indeed.
I got it
Okay.
right. Yeah.
Then I'm wrong, which is that makes sense. But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna try to do today. I don't know how well it's gonna go, but you don't know unless you try. And that's the attitude that I'm taking today. So I think that now we're down to Mitch.
Yeah, buddy. I'm
Hit us
ready.
with your recipe.
So the two flavors that Sifu picked for me, um, one of them just happened to be, one of those great flavors on ELR that when you check the notes, there is nothing, just nothing. And so that's
Yeah.
always helpful. Yeah, he picked milk tea from One on One and honey peach from Flavor Jungle. And honey peach is actually like, I don't get any honey. It's just kind of a different peach flavor, and
Yeah.
it's a killer peach. I remember watching Mel Nikon. I always pronounce her name wrong. From Fresh and from Noted. She's always on Noted. I heard her one time say that Jungle Flavor or Flavor Jungle's flavors are basically like version twos of other companies' flavors. Like they'll take their biscuit is like Inawera biscuit, only a little bit better. Their blueberry is like a different company's blueberry, only better. And the honey peaches, it's a really good peach. I definitely recommend it. Although I haven't played with it a lot, but I have used it in a few recipes. But Sifu mentioned boba
I want a
to
boba
me.
tea. Yeah.
And to be honest, I don't think I've ever actually ordered a boba tea. I've
What
had a
is wrong
couple
with you?
drinks off of like other people's, but I'm really not super familiar with them.
Coffee jellies, my dude. Coffee jellies.
I'm taking this recipe. I'm gonna go in kind of a different direction than that, and I'm doing milk tea at 1.75%, honey peach at 1.75%, flavor art black tea at 2%, super sweet at 0.5%, peaches and cream from Capella. Oh, it's actually V2 at 2%. TFA sweet tea at 2.5%, VSO peach at 1.75 and cream milky undertones from One on One at 1%, coming in at 13 and a quarter. And I'm going for like a kind of like a peach, like a milky peach tea. Uh,
Yeah.
Kind of sounds odd, but I feel like it could be good.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
kind of
boba peach is a thing, bro.
Oh yeah, it
I
is.
want it.
So I don't know. It might end up being like what he's after. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Like I'm
I have.
curious. Like, sorry to
I-
interrupt, but I'm a little
Oh,
bit
you're good.
curious on it because like there is a company that makes boba tea flavored liquids, but like the main part of boba tea is the tapioca pearl things that they put in it.
Yeah.
So like you'd have to like at least recreate like the flavor and textural part of it because that is more of a texture experience at that point. So
Well, I
I'm
don't drink
curious
those.
about
Yeah.
that.
'cause that
But you know
grosses me
what?
the
My
fuck out.
favorite,
Yeah.
but honestly though, my favorite part of the milk tea is the milk tea. Like after a couple of bobas, I'm like, okay, I've had enough boba. I'm done
That's
with
why.
that.
That's why I do the coffee jellies instead.
Yeah.
They're so good.
But
I
yeah,
heard of coffee jellies.
I'm excited to see how it turns out. So super sweet honey peach, cream milky undertones, and VSO peach are the so half of the recipe I've worked with. The other four I have never used. So we'll see. We'll see how they go, and see if I got the percentages right on them.
Yeah, my picks were totally selfish, like super selfish. Like it's been on my brain to do a milk tea because I've tried a few teas. Who was that? Crossbones. Uh, there was an Earl Grey tea. Absolutely adored it, and so yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Nice.
All right, so I guess Clown gets to go. I'll send it up to Clown for you there, Mitch. Go ahead. Clown.
Thank
Tell-
you, sir.
tell-
It's okay. I
tell us what you
interrupted
made.
him in the middle of his thing, so it's all good. All right, so here's mine. I ended up naming mine winter yogurt just because, you know, going with the theme here. But either way, the flavors I was given was frozen yogurt and hazelnut. Looking through the notes on the hazelnut, because I'd never tried that, everybody recommends you go stupid low on it because otherwise it just goes nasty really easily. And I was like, oh, okay, then that's gonna be an interesting one then. So we'll see. I ended up a lot of people said throw in some chocolate and you get more like a Nutella type flavor and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what? Let's since we got the frozen yogurt, we got the hazelnut. Let's just add some chocolate and then add like some ice cream on top of that and do like a type of shake ice cream type situation. So first off, I started off with French vanilla ice cream from Hangson at 0.5%, then frozen yogurt at 1.5%, Glamour chocolate from Mullenberry at 1.25%, hazelnut Flavora at 0.15%, milk chocolate from TPA at 1.5, milkshake from Mullenberry just because I really like that one. It's a great base, seriously, at 1.5%, and then vanilla bean ice cream from Capella at 1%. So we'll see how this turns out. All right. Sifu, did you want to share your thoughts on the knuckling of yours?
Yes, I can do that while you guys are doing stuff. Okay, so lime Tahiti distilled is a very polarizing lime flavor, but it works so well with the light rum that I just find that combination, that percentage of light rum, 3% to 0.5% of lime Tahiti distilled, we just put those two concentrates in a bottle at that percentage and just pour it out at 3.5%, and it would be dead on anytime you needed lime rum. It's just great. Now, my issue with the mix that from the knuckling is that the VSO rum is more like a spiced rum than just a plain aged rum. So I thought maybe that choice could have been amended, or even I didn't like the way that it presented in the knuckle. Now maybe the spice would steep out, but or maybe it wasn't, or maybe it wouldn't be present during the vaping portion of the testing.
Mm-hmm.
But I have not been able to vape it. On top of that, the guava presents so well with that light rum. Is he only bark when I'm talking?
Uh-huh. She's a
Okay.
it's
Yes.
a she,
She's
and
following
she's
your speech
pregnant.
pattern. She's
And she's
following
in
your
my
speech
backyard.
pattern.
Because I'm just that's funny. But anyway, but I think that was an outstanding combination. I think the guava, you know that's the guava, uh, just a few drops of it in anything, you know it's kind of there. So to boost it to 3%, it almost borders on floral, but I think I would have decreased it to about 2.5, and I think it would just be perfect. Now the pineapple, the funky pineapple and the VSO, those two are winners, and together they make like the perfect like canned pineapple juice flavor. So it's not extremely natural pineapple tasting, but it's not extremely artificial tasting. You can tell that it's a processed pineapple fruit juice.
Yeah.
So those two together really give you uh, that cocktail pineapple. So I think with some, I need to vape this first of all to confirm this, but my suspicions is that the VSO rum is too spiced for something like this. Because I mean, if I'm making this cocktail, I'm not putting spiced rum in it. I just wouldn't. I would do light rum and just plain aged rum. Not even not a dark rum, like just a regular, aged rum. A 5 to 8 year aged rum or something. Not extremely top shelf, but um, it wouldn't be no Spice Captain Morgan or any Kraken or anything like that. I would just use plain stuff. So that's my thoughts on it. Hopefully it vapes good because it's starting to get around beach time, and I'm going to be ready for something like this with a and super high nicotine and on the beach kind of situation.
I will say, Anthony Romella a while back mentioned I should have had you do coconut with WS23. That shit cracked me the fuck up. And that is god awful, even to me, because I can do the menthol part, but the coconut part sounds disgusting.
Actually, I've been loving these when I'm on the road like this, I'll stop and I pick up one of those air bars, and they had one that was a coconut mix, and it was just lightly. I don't even want to say that it's menthol. It's got this very light, very pleasant cooling, and that's something that I actually enjoy. But I have not been able to find what that concentrate is or how to apply it to get that result. I
Yeah.
have failed miserably at that. So if I could find how to do that, coconut and WS or some type of cooling would be a-okay in my book. A-okay. So,
Hey Sifu, I noticed
yeah, buddy.
that in the DIY area in the Cool Kids on Discord, you posted your new menu, and I
Yes.
noticed that the Fluffy's not on there.
Oh, well, I haven't really decided to add to the stash yet because there's already a good strawberry in the stash line. So um, it's, I need to do a little more long-term testing, okay, before I add another strawberry to the mix. So
I couldn't help myself.
sorry. There's already a really good strawberry on there, so I don't like to double up when I can, but maybe.
I'm a dick.
Yeah, maybe we'll have dueling strawberries, and whoever comes out is the one that stays on my menu. But but I'm real happy with the way that It's So Fluffy came out. It's like strawberry cheesecake is not my favorite profile. Cheesecake and or strawberry cheesecake. So to have one that I can vape all day like that, yes, I like it. So
I did realize that I kind of uh fucked up and I didn't re-wick an Addy. Um, I am not gonna be, I'm just gonna tell everybody right now, I'm not like these other heathens that you've seen drip over top of other stuff. I'm not gonna do it. I'm sorry. It knuckles really well, it smells really well. I'll let you know how it is. I'm not a heathen. I'm not doing it. You can't make me.
Yeah, Texas Mama, hit me up whenever you're ready. No worries. I ain't going nowhere. Dude, the hazelnut is strong. I already knuckled it, and that's all I tasted was nothing but hazelnut. Holy crap, dude.
Have you guys noticed that when you like the hazelnuts that I've used, because for a while I was playing around with the hazelnut cream wafer chocolate kind of combo, kind of like a Bueno bar. Um, and I've kind of put that down for a little bit. Haven't messed with it, but most nuts, hazelnut, the almond, the honey roasted peanut from Wonder Flavors, you definitely go very light.
oh, okay.
Um, and Sifu, I was earlier today. I was thinking of you when I was putting some different flavors in my cart on Bull City,
Oh.
and I ordered stuff just because I know that it's going to be in a recipe and the name is going to be great. But I ordered kumquat from Wonder Flavors.
Take it easy.
And
We actually sell kumquats at where I work at. Little tiny
And,
oranges, like that big. So
They
full
are
of flavor.
delicious.
Yeah,
They are
it's crazy because you eat them with everything in the
s-
rind.
Uh-huh. You just
I'm so excited to
they're
put that
almost
in
like
a recipe
Mitch.
and
I
have
don't know if
just
you
a
guys have
dirty
these.
name.
Yeah, I know you guys.
Ooh.
I don't know if you guys
Ooh.
have these where you're at, but do you guys have Japanese plums where you're at?
Yeah.
I know you have. Kumquats are almost like Japanese plums. They're delicious. Delicious.
Mitch, are you for real not gonna vape what you just mixed?
Yeah. I literally. Well,
Come on.
okay.
You
So
got-
I could drip
You
it.
got
I could
18
drip
minutes.
I could drip it over top of almond and amaretto, which isn't gonna be very good. Or I could like the other
See, I thought he was going to wick on
atomizers I have
camera and
set up.
everything. It should take you like 5 minutes.
Yeah, but I'd have to go grab all my wicking stuff.
Dude, just drip
cotton
over
and
something.
scissors.
Come on.
Ah!
Dude, I'm gonna drip over something. I don't like doing it either. Whenever I have a new flavor, I always try to, but sometimes you just gotta go with whatever you
so
got.
I really thought about it. I thought about dripping over it, and then I was like, well, I could drip over top of mixed berry lemonade or amaretto and almond, or over top of raspberry cheesecake, and the combinations of all of those with a honey peach tea just does not sound.
Hey, look,
appealing.
this is what I'm hearing right now. Number one, I'm hearing excuses. Number two, I'm hearing you speak when you should be vaping some fucking cotton dry, bro. And then you just drip
Man.
over. Come on.
Chain it.
I'm literally using a bottle that had e-liquid in it that I rinsed while sitting here because
Take your top cap off.
late.
Take your top cap off. Press the button and blow on it.
Nah,
Dragging
that doesn't
it.
work as good.
That does.
It's
Not
a
as
waste
well.
because you don't get to vape
Well,
it.
I want to watch it. I want to watch this cotton catch on fire. That'd be great.
Hey, I'm not Stan. I don't burn cotton.
Hey, change cameras.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Speaking of which, is he live? I will say, during these trying times when it comes to vaping and everything else, please be nice to your vendors. We were discussing this earlier, and just be nice to your vendors. DIYers of any kind, coil builders, anything like that, just be kind. honestly, we're us still doing this during what's going on. We're doing a great service that could really land us in a lot of shit. Just saying.
All right.
I can't get. I've overfilled this, and now trying to fucking shake it up is making it difficult.
There's a weird flavor in this, but other than that, it's really good. I'm liking it. And I think it might be the, like, I saw in the notes for the hazelnut that it has like a heavy earthiness if you go a little too
It does.
heavy-handed. And I
Yeah.
think that's what I'm getting. I'm getting like a weird, like, green plantish kind of taste. I don't know how to describe it better than that.
Yeah, when I was making the white chocolate peanut butter recipe on one of my versions, I put in way too much of the honey roasted peanut, and it just
Oh.
tasted like peanuts and dirt.
Uh-huh. I could see that because I have the Wonder Flavors. I think it's the same one, the honey roasted peanut. And when you smell it, it's really strong on the, like, earthiness of it.
It pairs so well with SSA peanut butter. I'm so excited.
Awesome.
Okay, all you heathens, I'm dripping it over top of my mixed berry lemonade, so we'll see how this goes.
Pam, you're awesome.
Dicks.
Pam, you're awesome.
Oh wow, Pam.
I mean, he has the barrage. He could have, like, pulled out that and rewicked it.
The problem is, I literally just rewicked it like a day or two ago, and the cotton's like perfect, and the
Oh,
flavor on
no.
it's fantastic.
You wasted half a penny of cotton.
You know, I love you guys a lot. The tea, I'm glad I went over top of this one because I'm actually not picking it up in the background. But I probably could have gone a little higher on on one of the teas that I used, but I was worried that too much tea and I was going to get very floral. And I've noticed sometimes peach, like different peaches anyway, kind of have that floral, like a floral note with the peach. But it's not bad. It's got a little bit of a creaminess on the exhale, but it's basically just peach tea, which isn't a bad thing.
Yeah, that's fine with me, partner.
I'm pretty happy with it.
I like
Seeing
peach
as how
tea.
I know I pulled an overdrip and I made the recipe on the show. Oh,
Yeah.
It can be done.
I don't want to say where I made mine today, but let's just say that it was maybe on my drive home from work 10 minutes before the show started.
Every red light, he was right there
But-
typing. Red lights. Only at red lights.
all right. I'll just say it. Pam, you are far more superior.
Only person I see get beat on more than Mitch is Duchess.
It's all right. I'm a masochist anyway.
I don't know. I think Mitch just gets the younger brother treatment. That's just really what it
And
falls on.
I get the old man treatment. Your tank is stupid. Get off my lawn, you get off my lawn, you brats. I'm gonna shake yellow old man yells at clouds.
What was it over when you showed us the tank in the mod? I was like, damn, that's big. And you're like, I think you misspelled awesome.
Yeah, I think you misspelled off. I think what you meant to say awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm really trying to like figure out mine because, yeah, like I totally dripped over, and I don't even remember the last time I used this Addy. The wicks just looked okay. Like I'm not even entirely sure what was in there.
So it's like soaked with ambient air moisture and whatever was in it.
Yeah, like was not prepared for today at all. But I also don't fucking roll with excuses. So I'm gonna break it down for you here. Number one, that
Clear the
lime
throat.
tastes delicious. It is not meant for a fucking cookie.
It is not.
No
I was.
chance.
I didn't want to spoil that for you, but it.
Dude, it should have been a candy 100%. Like I should have made like a plum lime candy. I probably could have done it with 3 flavors.
What
What
you
the-
wanted. What you wanted was the cold pressed for the bakery.
What's funny is like even Mitch was like, you said you wanted to do fruits, but he still went with like a cookie.
I know.
But
I even had that in mind. I was like, well, I was picturing, I'm like lime and plum and throw
It's,
some other fruits in there.
Yeah.
Probably sounds real good.
The lime Tahiti distilled has a very riney, lime rind type of flavor. So that's not going to go super great.
like this is the thing though. It's not terrible.
It won't be bad, but
Like
it won't
it's not
quite-
bad.
It's going to
Like,
sit
honestly,
funny.
I don't even taste like any cookie. I pretty much taste like the lime and the plum and sweetness from like what is probably that candy jammy wizard. Like I shouldn't have used that, but I was like, oh, I want it to be jammy, and I had nothing that I thought could make it jammy.
Jam it would probably been a better.
See,
fit
I don't
there.
have jam it,
Hmm.
but
God jam it.
like
God, jam.
it's
but
giving me
I
some
don't have
ideas.
jam.
I'm definitely gonna mix with this fucking lime though. I'll tell you that because it tastes really good.
It's good.
It kind of reminds me
It
a lot
does.
of like a lime jelly bean, the lime flavor.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Did you see what Anthony said?
That's why I went,
A plum
ooh.
lime wine gum. Yeah, kind of sounds good.
Oh yeah, dude.
Dude,
Now you
I don't
talking.
know how like I've never seen like a wine gum flavor, and like wine gums have wine in them. Like they have like that kind of winey taste. I would have to like
Do you have any like
find a
champagnes
wine
or anything like that?
concentrate. What's that?
Yeah.
Do you have like a
um,
champagne or something like that?
The Flavora Brute Bubble.
Yeah, I want to get that one so bad.
That's good. It's good.
Yeah, but
What?
that's the thing though. Like wine and champagne aren't the same. And like I'm guessing that I'm the only one here that's ate a wine gum.
No, I've had wine gums.
You've had wine
I've
gums?
never
Where have you
had
them?
it, but
I'm an adult man. I don't have them.
Yeah, but like I don't see you as being like the worldly type that's traveled the world and tried confections from everywhere.
I have. I've been to Europe. I've been overseas.
Did you buy wine gums when you were there?
Yes, the family that I stayed with in Belgium gave me a wine gum. Yes.
dude, he called them out and then got served back.
Fair,
they
but
bought-
like, how real are they? I mean, were they English wine
Uh,
gums? God damn
no,
it, Stevie.
they're it's not they don't really taste like wine. They're almost like gummy. They're just kind of not quite sweet gummies. They taste like communion wine. I don't know how to do
Communion wine.
that.
Did
like
you say a
sparkling
prayer
grape juice.
afterwards?
Yeah, it's like sparkling grape. They're pretty good.
See, I've had
Yeah, there's
Cuervo
like
chocolates.
no cookie though. Like, just throwing that out there. Like, I honestly, I don't really taste any cookies. Today's one of those not winning things, but I feel like a winner because I have some ideas.
Ideas.
That's
That's
kind of
all-
that was kind of like my thought process behind doing this, was just kind of finding ways to get the gears to turn and come up with new stuff. And I feel like that we kind of accomplished that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that everybody's recipe gave them ideas. Like, I don't know about you guys, but especially recently with everything that's been going on in my world, like coming up with ideas for stuff has kind of been like, it's been hard. And
Yeah.
normally it's not. Like,
Well, I mean, even
normally I feel
doing
like
like we were talking last week, doing the single mixes kind of gave us a very focused way of doing things for a while. And then jumping back out of that to having the full spectrum of everything we have kind of opens it up a little too much at times, because you're like, well, fuck, now what do I do?
I think that like part of it too for me is like it's really hard to be original. That's like what I struggle with a lot. I'm always
Mhm.
trying to do like something original. Like I appreciate that, like, you know, having some of the flavors that I have available on my website are not necessarily original, but those are staples that I've just loved, right? But with the pear cream cheese Danish, like that was kind of like me stepping out of like what's normal. And I'm trying to do other stuff that's just it's not like everywhere. And so sometimes I find myself like getting lost in what I want to make as opposed to working on what I can make. You know what I mean? And so I'm so concerned about trying to do something new that I'm not working hard enough on like what is already there that I feel I can do better. I can make and enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. I don't
Yeah, I
know why
mean,
I do that, but I do.
well, because I mean, there's the whole thing of, is there something I could do at my skill level that has never been seen before? Because I mean, shit. Even with like coil building, I remember there was like an era there where I was just wasting wire making bullshit, and most of it wasn't vapable, most of it wasn't even like usable, but you like to experiment. And then, like you said, there's so many things out there that like trying to come up with something original does become more difficult. I mean, I've said it before, but at least as far as like RDAs are concerned, we've been very stagnant for a long time just because everything's been done under the sun. And here and there you see something that's slightly different, but even then the concept is still going back to the same idea. So, it happens.
Well, all things do the same thing, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
that's the whole idea. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing new, and it's hard because you are limited to flavors, but at the same time, like people are conditioned to taste certain things.
Mm-hmm.
So if like they're not, if everyone's used to having like I don't know, like we'll say like a strawberry kiwi, and you put other something else with the kiwi,
Mm-hmm.
lots of people at first will be like, "Oh, I don't know about that."
Mm-hmm.
Unless like you find people that love kiwi, it might be difficult for them to wrap their mind around it tasting good.
Mm-hmm.
So that's part of it too. Like
Mm-hmm.
you can't be so fucking out there because you're still conditioned in your brain. You've been tasting lots of the same flavors forever.
Oh yeah.
Unless you're gonna go completely out of like your like region, let's say, like if I was in Europe right now, things would be different because I could do something in Europe that nobody really has here that all of a sudden, I can fucking make this and people are like, whoa, that's so weird. But then people are like, oh, but I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Over here, like so many things have been done like just on the note of something that's different that I've never seen or even heard of before. So I was talking to Angela Garrity last Friday, and Angela Garrity asked me to make her something if I had the time to make a recipe up of something called a kolache,
Yeah, I know what those are.
which I'd never heard of before in my life.
It's not the pig in a
And
blanket. Anybody out there that's watching this, it's not the pig in a blanket. My wife is Czech as well. Angela and her have talked about being Czech. And you will get a full rant about kolaches not being pigs in a blanket if you ever fucking
yeah,
mention
no,
that
no,
around them.
it's definitely not. Like,
Yeah.
so when I was
And they're
talking to her, I
delicious,
was
by
like
the way.
looking at recipes. And so then I was like, okay, you know what? Like, I think I could try this, but I'm gonna have to order a few flavors. But it's like basically like a
Sad now. I
sweet
want to
bread
do
with
this
like
too.
jam in the middle. Yeah, no, absolutely, dude. Go ahead, have at her. Like,
Yeah, because
it's not an
I have
exclusive
like
thing.
jam it. I mean, you could do like strawberry, apricot. Like, seriously, we went to my wife's family reunion like 3, 4 years ago. And they just had one full, like one of those like 4 foot tables, just nothing but kolaches. That's all it was. Like for food. They had a bunch of other tables for different things, but one table was just for that. And you had
Yeah,
to
and
pick
see,
at it.
like to me, I was like, yeah, that sounds good, and I'd like to try that. So I'm gonna try that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just one of those things. Like I wouldn't have thought about it because I have no idea what the hell that even was.
Mm-hmm.
So now that I know that, like that's something that I can work towards, and it's going to be strange to try to make something that you've never tasted, but at the same time, there's lots of stuff that I've tried making that I've never ate. Like I've never even full disclosure, I've never ate a bowl of custard before, ever.
Mm-hmm.
I've never even seen it offered anywhere. I've had
Really?
custard filled bakery stuff,
Uh-huh.
like a custard donut or like a custard tart. Like I've had all those things, so I know what custard tastes like, but I've never had a bowl of custard. I've never had a pear cream cheese Danish, but I've had a cream cheese Danish, so like you just work from that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, just one thing before I totally forget, and I apologize. This is like going back to what I've been mixing. So, uh, the other night I was like, I need to. Actually, it was last night. I need to make an Addy Toonie mix. Was what I had to do. I gave myself that mission. So I just want to say that Addy, I will be. I mixed up. Oh, I just saw it. Where'd it go? No, it was like a lemon something. What the? Oh, I just had it, and I just kept talking and forgot about what it was. It's a lemon creme brulee, I think. A lemon brulee.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's one of Addie's recipes. I had the ingredients to make like maybe 20 or 25 of his recipes, and I chose that one because I like lemon stuff. So that's what I mixed up last night. Um, that's all that I want to say. I'm sorry.
Oh
I'll
man.
let you know what I think about it on Friday.
All right, so we're rounding out like a little bit of overtime here. So let's just say our goodbyes and all that. Who haven't I picked on? Overdrip. You want to start us off on this?
Yeah. Um, okay, man. The more I vape this, the more I kind of like it, but I still get no cookie. I feel like I might have got a little bit of oatmeal cookie right there.
Maybe it'll take some time for it to like come out.
Oatmeal
Yeah, I'll
cookie
probably
does.
just like put it in my
Oatmeal,
steam box.
oatmeal cookie needs time,
Yeah.
definitely.
So is the sugar cookie. So maybe
And
it
the
could end
lime
up
will
working.
fade. The lime
And
will
maybe the
fade.
candy
Also.
part will fade too. I
The
don't know.
lime tahita does fade. So,
Nice. All right. Well, you're basically telling me all the things I want to hear right now.
I'm looking at
Okay.
your mix, and I like the way it looks. I'm like,
Oh, there you go. Yeah, maybe I'll just need to sub out the lime and it'll be good. Um, well, thanks everybody for tuning in. Sorry that I was late. I know that I've made like a habit of that. I feel like that kid that like shows up late and all the kids are like, and the teacher's like just gives you the stare down, but like you're not quite late enough that you have to go to the office. Like that's kind of what I feel like right now. And I'm sorry. I genuinely am sorry.
We
But
just
thank
make
you
fun of
everybody
you
for
until you
tuning
show
in.
up.
What's that?
We just
oh,
make
wait,
fun
wait,
of
wait,
you
he's
until
here,
you
he's
show
here,
up.
he's here, he's here.
Yeah.
Drink too many lattes.
Too many lattes on the way.
Dude, I'm always into the lattes. Lattes are great. Speaking of like getting into the lattes, yeah, you should check me out on the Shed Time Podcast. Go to shedtimepodcast.com. You can follow us on SoundCloud. There's a giveaway going on. Once we hit 200 followers, I'm gonna give somebody who gets picked from the 200 people, and obviously like there's gonna be a few exclusions because like I'm a follower of the podcast as well, so I'm not gonna gift it to myself. Uh, but I'm gonna give away my full line of liquid, so you'll get 4 bottles of liquid. That should be pretty dope. So make sure you go over and check us out on SoundCloud. That's the only place if you follow us. You can listen to us anywhere, but for the giveaway, you got to go to SoundCloud. You can check me out on Friday nights on the Frames Janklin Vaper YouTube channel for the Green Room. And like Addy Tooney put in there, if you guys want, you can go pick up some of my liquid from my site, as well as some awesome coils. I was actually talking to a friend today, and I was like, "Yeah, more people need to try Macy's coils. Like,
Yeah,
they're
they
so
do.
good." And I still have some. So I was like, I need to order more, but I also need people to order them as well to give them a try. And yeah, you can go check that out. It's UncleChrisTestingGrounds.com and use the code Mixing It Up, and that'll save you a little bit of cash. And yeah, go check out everybody else's stuff too. They always say it and I always forget, but I went first and I just remembered it at the end. So yeah, go check out everybody's stuff. And I can't wait. Hopefully next Tuesday, I might even have everybody's stuff. And I'm just going to be like sitting here just kicked back, vaping all their flavors and not caring about what I'm going to mix up. And I will throw it, you know, I'm going to throw it to Sifu because he's in a hotel.
Yeah, thanks. So big news for me is that the new custard lines is live. So five new custards: fig, banana, tobacco, vanilla, and butterscotch. So Those are rolling, and I am still debating about putting the baked Alaska flavor on the menu too. So just debating that because I don't like to double up, even though
You literally just said you have 5 custards.
yeah,
And
5
you're worried
custards.
about 2 strawberries.
Well, there are 5 custards that are very different, but in theme.
But the baked Alaska is not very different than a strawberry Frankenberry cheesecake.
Well, the stash is different. Listen, I have my reasons, okay, Chris.
Okay, sorry. I don't mean to question that.
I'm with you, Chris. He's just coming up with excuses now.
That's what I'm hearing.
But it's just I'm at that sweet spot of 10 total on the menu. It's just
Dude, everybody knows a dozen's better than 10. Come on. Now you
How
need to
about
come
a
up
baker's
with one more.
dozen?
You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me, Smalls. Well, I'm gonna just go. I'm just gonna go get me some wine gums because I don't know what those are. Because I'm from Louisiana and I'm stupid.
He basically told you, boy, get back in the bayou.
I never said you're stupid. I just said I didn't see you as worldly. That's totally different.
Go back to poaching gators.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back playing the swamp water.
Get back in the bayou.
Hey, y'all don't know nothing about Cajuns, you, so you better not talk to me about that. You don't know you.
My mama said, mama.
You don't know what you're
Good
talking
old
about.
fucking water boy, baby.
They got all them teeth and no toothbrush.
He don't sound like us, him. Okay. So anywho, that's me. So listen, also though, but I am on the road. I am rolling. So if you reached out for me and I don't respond right away, it's because I'm doing manual labor somewhere. So please just be patient and like Mitch said, like Clown said, please treat your you always tip your barber, the people who are doing craft things for you, just be kind to them because they'll be kind right back to you. Okay, so there you go. Words for the day. Now, Mitch, tell us what you're doing so we can pick on you while you talk.
So I just wanted to say thank you to everybody, especially my thank you to my customers who have been patient with me. I've had a lot of chaos going on, and I'm trying the best I can to get orders out to people and to respond to messages, and yeah. So hopefully things are settling down and it'll be a little bit easier to get stuff out with a quickness. So yeah, I'm excited about today's mix. I'm excited about everybody's mixes actually. I felt like today's episode was a pretty cool success and maybe something we should try again later. It was a cool idea.
Not be so nice about it. Everybody was so nice to each other. That's very not like us.
Hey, Tim,
Yeah, right?
Can you elaborate further on that question?
What question?
He's like, can I propose a challenge to mix flavors you would never do in a food or drink that will work in a vape?
Yeah, Tim, elaborate. Like what?
Yeah, that's way too open-ended, bro.
But yeah, if people want to try any of my liquids or anything, just reach out. You can find me on all platforms, basically. Yeah, and even though it's not on his menu, get with Sifu. Get It's So Fluffy.
Don't do that. Shush.
Between this and Overdrip's strawberry custard, they are the two of the best strawberries you can get your hands on. Just flat out.
Sounds like
both of them are
you need to do that,
fantastic.
Sifu. I'm not even throwing it out there. I'm just seconding it.
I couldn't keep a straight face. I had to do it. It's so fucking good. You're doing this world a disservice.
Okay.
You're doing this world a disservice by not offering.
Okay.
And I'm done being, picking on Sifu.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for coming and hanging out with us. Close us out, Clown.
I am not done picking on Sifu, the tank master. Tim, seriously, that
need to
still
put-
makes no sense.
You need to put that. Will you please put that on a stick battery so you look like one of those super old ladies with the super long, you know?
Dude, you need an ego pen for that thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. One of the big fatty one of the big
So,
fat ones.
This whole section from this point to this point is the deck.
Yeah.
This whole top section is the tank. It's a gravity feed
Yeah.
deck. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't care what you say.
Hey, I have one of those too. Mine's only half the height.
I don't know. This guy's kind of tall. It's bigger than the mod.
Yeah, but it's also really old. I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair.
You know, it was made within the last 5 years or so. I don't even remember when the 3.1 came out. And Sifu is he's flapping his rag.
He's practicing his bull.
I
Yeah,
forget.
I was
his-
like, are
his
you
bullfighting?
saying that we're all bulls?
Yeah.
That's me.
Well,
All right,
oh,
so thank you guys for joining us. We've had a blast. Go check out everybody's stuff. Go support everybody. Go check out all the shows that Chris is on. Podcast, the show, the YouTube show. I am actually a sponsor of, and you know all that kind of thing. Then come hang out.
wait,
What?
Oh, congrats, Chris, on your positive review on Grimm's channel. I got
Oh,
to
yeah.
watch the replay. That was really
Yeah,
cool.
dude, it was
man.
pretty cool. It was pretty
That
cool.
was cool. So
I jumped on the show right as he was doing it. I was like, okay, cool, nice.
I was like, yay.
Pam, if I would have known you had a nut allergy, I probably wouldn't have sent you peanut butter. I'm glad that you're vaping it and it's not killing you. So I'm happy about that. Please be careful.
So to
Please.
answer Anthony's question, that is an opportunity to put something in a vape that you can't have in food if you're allergic to peanuts. There you go.
There you go.
Voila. Answer.
We already did it.
Just drop in knowledge. Mitch has already done it.
Also, Tim, cheese on pie is delicious as fuck.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
People
I'm
do
like,
that up
come
in the
on.
north, dude.
Oh, I do that.
You're
all
from
the
up
time.
there. You should know that.
I take a big old slab of good American processed cheese on a piece of apple pie. Yeah, dude. Good.
Well, I wouldn't put a craft single on there, but I would put.
Oh,
a
dude,
piece of
that's like
cheddar.
I think that was a joke on Thank You for not smoking, where they talk about the whole cheese on apple pie thing.
Oh yeah.
But that's
Hey, are
real.
we?
That's
Delicious.
real.
Are-
It's delicious. American cheese on apple pie.
No, not
Fucking
American
delicious.
cheese. Just cheddar cheese.
No,
Like a
cheddar
nice
cheese
sharp
is- no.
cheddar.
Sharp cheddar cheese is good too. But I've eaten at restaurants in Texas that had apple pie with a piece of American cheese on the top, and it was good. I do prefer the cheddar, but it was still good.
All right. Then lastly, I did add new shirts to the Teespring. There are new Mixing It Up shirts. There's also mugs, cups, hoodies. I think I added some tank tops. I don't remember. And I did add like masks. And if you decide that the mask isn't meant for your face, as I told Mitch, he could use it as a mankini. So there's a solution to that because he's been bugging me to do that for a while, but Teespring doesn't allow for that.
Oh,
So
I'm
there
gonna
you go.
totally get the tank top. Tank top.
All right. Well, we'll catch you guys next week. And yeah, thank you. As always, vape on, mix on. Woo. And he got to do the spin.
Yes.